Jakob Aust. I finally got you. I'll have them arrest you and justice will be done.
Can I be of assistance, madam?
Yes, you can get out of the way.
Shall I tidy up, madam?
No, it's time to celebrate.
Vale, eso ha parecido encontrado por fin lo que buscaba.
The coast is clear.
Y el mayordomo ha dicho que si puede recoger un poco y ha dicho que no, que es tiempo de celebrar.
The Baroness wrote something down and took the slip of paper with her. Oh, it's probably not important.
Vale, que la baronesa ha escrito algo y se ha llevado la hoja de papel con ella, pero que seguramente no será importante, que es la hoja esa que le escribió al inspector Legrand diciéndole que había un asesino a bordo.
It seems like she was searching for a specific photo and that she actually found it. Jakob Aust. Now I've got you, she said. We got our hands on the list of passengers, but I don't recognize the name.
Eso, que dice que parece que estaba buscando una foto específica, que es lo que seguramente estaba buscando toda la mañana, se supone que había estado buscando. Y que luego cuando lo encontró le cambió el humor, se alegró mucho y ya, bueno, eso que ha dicho, cuando ha encontrado la foto ha dicho Jakob Aust, por fin te tengo, que será pues el doctor.
Hundreds of black and white photos, many of them tinted. From the 20s and 30s, I guess. Oh, I don't have time to deal with them.
Que muy bien. Cientos de fotos en blanco y negro, que algunas de ellas tintadas de los años 20 y 30. Que no tiene tiempo ahora de ponerse a mirarlos.
The mannequin could probably wear my clothes. It'd disappear under the Baroness's clothes, though.
Vale, dice que el maniquí que podría llevar sus ropas, seguramente.
As a child, I often stood in front of shop windows and tried to stand as still as the mannequins. When I got bored, I claimed that one of the mannequins had blinked and declared myself the winner.
Vale, que cuando era pequeña se ponía delante de los maniquíes y cuando se aburría decía que uno de ellos había pestañeado y que se declaraba a sí misma la ganadora.
No, the Baroness and Inch aren't working together. He wouldn't hide the jewel in her handbag.
Vale, dice que la baronesa y Inch no están trabajando juntos, que no dejaría la joya en su bolso.
Far too many hiding places for a jewel. But Inch said something about a combination. That sounds like a little safe or a hidden compartment. And she wouldn't have something like that in her suitcase.
Vale, eso que hay muchas cosas que mirar, pero que dijo de algo de una combinación. El Inch este, y eso significa que habrá una caja fuerte. Y que eso no cuadra con lo de...
He was interested in art when we first met, but for him it was always about the content, not the technique. I had my work cut out teaching him to concentrate on the stroke, the material, and the signature of the artist. It's the only way to distinguish an original from a fake. I don't care who painted it as long as it speaks to me, he said. A perspective that, as an art thief, I can't share, but it's charming nonetheless.
Dice que es una ladrona de arte y cuando conoció a la Dil que estaba más interesado por lo que le transmitía el cuadro que por la técnica y todo eso. Que es algo que no puede compartir como eso, ladrona de arte.
No. Inch said he hid the eye in the Baroness's luggage, which makes sense. He can't be certain that he'll have the chance to hide it again when we arrive in Cairo.
Vale, pues que aquí tampoco está el ojo.
I'd prefer to lock the door. Someone could come in and catch me at any moment. But it's important not to leave a trace. Inch absolutely cannot find out about us. I must hurry.
Vale, dice que prefería cerrar la puerta, pero que no puede permitir que nadie deje ninguna pista.
Impressive for a quick drink on the go. Gin, whiskey, liqueur, sherry, vodka, brandy, and champagne. Every bottle is at least half empty.
Eso que tiene ginebra, champán y que todas las botellas están medio vacías.
A suitable glass for every occasion. But most of them look more or less unused. The Baroness probably disregards style and etiquette when she's drinking alone, and just uses the same glass.
Vale, dice que hay vasos para todo tipo de licores y eso, pero que la mayoría parecen que no han sido usados mucho, que seguramente cuando está sola pues que usa el mismo vaso.
I wonder what the Baroness is running away from. Loneliness, disappointment, grief.
Que se pregunta de qué está huyendo la baronesa, si de soledad o de qué.
What's that? A small leather strap. Aha.
Vale, pues ahí está la caja fuerte. Vale.
Nefertiti, Guernica, AD, Buonarroti's. This could be a memory aid for the Baroness, and it would explain how Inch discovered the combination. I'm going to copy the hints. As I see it, I have to decipher these clues to find 3 of the symbols. Then I can guess the 4th. Well, Nefertiti was an Egyptian queen. The monogram and the 2 other clues aren't much help.
Vale, pues esto, que esta es la pista y que tal y como lo ve, tiene que descifrarte de los 4 símbolos y luego así pues obtener el cuarto.
I've copied the hints into my diary. Maybe someone on board can help me to figure out at least 3 of the 4 symbols.
Vale, dice que ha copiado los símbolos en su diario, que puede que alguien a bordo le ayude a descifrar 3 de los 4.
I'd put money on the eye of the Sphinx being behind this door. I don't think anyone would bet against me. The door is locked. I have to find the right combination to get in.
Dice que apuesta que detrás de la puerta esa está el
To
ojo
me,
de la
it looks
esfinge.
like a combination lock. A good one, too. The door only opens when the right symbols are in place.
Dice que la puerta
There
solo
are
se abre.
outlines of animals. A dog, a cat, a bear, and a rooster, amongst others. 8 symbols per cylinder. That means more than 4,000 possible combinations.
Vale, dice que hay imágenes de animales y que hay más de 400 combinaciones posibles.
Only I knew 3 of the 4 symbols, I could easily guess the last. But whilst I don't know at least 3 of them, I can't go any further. If only... But
Vale, eso, que si conociese al menos 3 de los 4 símbolos que podría adivinar el resto, el último, pero que como no lo sabe, pues que no puede seguir con ello.
some napkins and towels. Nothing I can use.
Vale, nada que pueda usar. Y aquí imagino que tampoco habrá nada.
Corkscrew, bottle opener, coaster. I can't use any of these.
Y esto tampoco. Pues eso te apunta en el diario. Imagino que es como cuando estuvimos en el museo, que tuvimos que hablar con el director del museo para saber qué eran los símbolos, la escritura arabesa, qué significaba. Pues ahora tendré que encontrar a alguien que me diga. Seguramente el profesor, yo creo.
No. I'd better leave the cabin as I entered it. Somebody might see me if I go out through the door.
Vale, ha dicho que mejor abandone el camarote por donde ha entrado, que alguien podría verla. O sea, que tendré que irme por el techo. Hombre, ahora eso, en teoría el profesor ese está en la cubierta. Yo creo que es el que me puede decir. Es el este no es el... Ah, vale, ese es el doctor. Iba a decir, el mayordomo no es. Y luego le he visto los guantes y me he quedado pensando. No es por eso, porque no tiene... el mayordomo tiene como unas franjas en el pantalón, unas franjas rojas, me parece, verticales. Bueno, pues eso, ahora ha venido a poner las pruebas, a poner la cinta y todo eso.
I don't like that. Is someone else after the eye as well? But even if that is the case, what does the audio tape have to do with it? I can't let it get to me. I have a job to do.
Vale, ahí está la cinta, pues eso, con el disparo. Aquí habrá dejado eso. El guante lleno de sangre falsa.
Maybe it was a steward who checked whether everything was ready for the Baroness's nightly rest. Whoever it was, I should leave as fast as possible before someone comes back.
Yo que quizás fue un botones de estos. Voy a buscar lo que significa steward, concretamente. Vale, ese significa que significa mayordomo. Mayordomo, administrador, camarero, auxiliar de vuelo. Pues es un camarero del esto, del... Es que en el 30 también lo decían bastante, que supuse eso, que era el camarero. Porque de hecho me sonaba eso, pero... Es que parece que lo usan para todo. Ya he dicho eso, que tal vez eso ha sido un camarero que estaba comprobando que estaba todo en orden. Vale, aquí hay algo. Y eso, que el que ha entrado pues era el doctor poniendo las evidencias para luego cargarse a la baronesa.
He's sweating. I hope... Lady Westmacott?
Yes.
Vale, pues sí.
I hear you're well versed in Egyptian history, Lady Westmacott. Can you tell me anything about Nefertiti?
A queen, the main wife of Akhenaten.
Did she have a favorite animal?
What a strange question.
I, just heard that they really adore cats in ancient Egypt.
Well, that's true, but I don't know whether Nefertiti had any special affinity for animals.
Vale, me preguntó por Nefertiti y que tiene entendido que si tenía algún animal favorito. Y la otra le ha dicho que pregunta más extraña, y la otra ha dicho que tiene entendido que los egipcios adoraban a los gatos. Y la otra ha dicho que sí, que eso es cierto, pero que no le consta que tuviese ningún animal favorito o algo así.
Does Guernica mean anything to you?
Why are you asking me all these strange questions?
I'm curious. How shall I learn if I don't ask?
Pick up a book.
Le pregunto sobre el Guernica y ha dicho que por qué le hace todas esas preguntas tan extrañas. Le he dicho que tiene curiosidad que cómo va a aprender si no. Y le ha dicho la otra que coja un libro. No me ha dicho nada.
Why do you always bombard me with strange questions? I can't imagine why.
Oh, come on. You're the queen of mysteries.
Well, what is it then?
A monogram. A capital A with a small d on the bottom. Who does it belong to?
Someone on the ship?
No. No one on the ship.
I don't know. Whose is it?
I don't know either.
It doesn't make much sense to ask a riddle if you don't know the answer. Wouldn't you agree?
Actually, I'd say that it doesn't make sense to ask someone a riddle if you do know the answer.
Touché.
Vale. Le pregunto por eso, por la A y la T. Él dice eso, que porque le hago tan preguntas tan extrañas. Y he dicho que bueno, que es la reina del misterio, que bueno, y le pregunto al final, pero vamos, que ha dicho que serán las iniciales de alguien del barco, la otra ha dicho que no. Y he dicho, bueno, pues entonces ¿cuál es la respuesta? Dice que no lo sabe, y la otra ha dicho pues que como hace una cuestión sin saber la respuesta, y la otra ha dicho que si conocéis la respuesta que no haría la pregunta, vamos.
I saw a sign in Venice. It said Buonarroti. Do you know what it means?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Italian.
May I take my leave?
You may.
Pues si quieres me ha sido de ayuda. De lo de Buonarroti tampoco me puede decir nada. Está aquí la condesa, por cierto.
The Baroness seems to have a reason
Bueno,
to
la
celebrate.
baronesa.
She's downing one glass of champagne after another.
Vale, que está bebiendo un vaso de champán
The
después
less I have to do with her, the better. Best if she doesn't even remember that I exist. Although, based on her alcohol consumption, I don't really think I have to worry about that.
Vale, que no quiere eso. Hablar con ella, y cuanto menos sepa de ella, pues mejor. Pero vamos, que viendo todo el alcohol que está bebiendo, que no va a ser un problema eso.
Hello, Captain DeConti.
Miss Mayers, how nice to see you.
A ver si este me ayuda.
Beautiful. We missed you at dinner.
I was in my cabin. I didn't feel very well.
Oh, I hope you're feeling better.
Vale. Eso, que el capitán le ha dicho que le han echado de menos en la fiesta o algo así, que la otra le ha dicho que estaba en su camarote, que no se sentía bien.
Lovely concert, wasn't it?
You only heard the end. It was really wonderful.
All the more curious that Lady Westmacott embarrassed Mr. Kreutzer like that, don't you think?
I have no idea what got into her. They say she's a difficult person, but maybe it's the privilege of famous people to be a bit strange from time to time. When I was still a young sailor, Enrico Caruso was a passenger on our ship, and he...
I think she's fascinating. She's achieved so much, and all by herself.
Lady Westmacott, oh yes, that's true. The most successful writer in the world.
Do you know any more about her?
Everything. I'm her biggest fan. What do you want to know?
Vale, le ha preguntado sobre la Lady Westmacott esta, que si sabe algo de ella. Dice que sí, que es su mayor fan y que... ¿Qué quiere saber? Familia.
Where is she from? Who were her parents?
Her father was a wealthy British salesman. Her mother died in childbirth. She had an outstanding education, but was a lonely child, they say. Her father was away on business most of the time.
I know how she feels. For many years, my father's career was also more important than me.
Don't say that, my child. Your father paid for the life you now live.
Did Lady Westmacott's father marry again?
Yes, a woman 15 years his junior. She didn't really care for the child. She was something of a high society lady. She made the headlines with her antics more often than the family would have liked.
Vale, que su familia, eso, que su madre murió en el parto y su padre pasa mucho tiempo fuera, y que más adelante se casó con otra mujer que era algo así como una mujer de la alta sociedad, y que bueno, la relación no debía ser muy buena, por lo que ha dicho.
And her novels. How did she come to be a writer?
In interviews, she always mentions her French tutor, who encouraged her to write when she was a child. After some poems and short stories, she began to write detective novels with great success. The rest is history. The experts are arguing whether she or Shakespeare has sold more books.
Although she doesn't receive the same deference.
That's true. But her books are much more innovative and extraordinary than people generally give her credit for.
Vale, eso que como se convirtió en una novelista, el otro ha dicho que fue gracias a su tutor francés y bueno. Que los expertos discuten si Shakespeare o ella han vendido más libros. ¿Cuál de los dos?
And what does an elderly lady like her want in Egypt?
I couldn't really say. She was there many times with her husband, an archaeologist. He died a long time ago.
I heard something about a reception at the Egyptian Museum.
Yes, for the eyes of the Sphinx. Or rather, for the eye. But I don't think she'd go to Cairo just for that. She usually stays away from official events. Didn't participate in the literary scene either. Always stayed as far away as possible from high society. Probably because of her stepmother.
Vale, eso, han hablado de la recepción del Cairo. Vamos, del viaje. Y dice que no cree que vaya por la recepción, por lo de la exposición de las joyas. Que simplemente pues eso, que suele ir allí. Y que procura mantenerse alejada lo más que puede de los rollos de alta sociedad, seguramente por su madrastra.
Is it true that you're a war hero?
Mm-hmm. In 2 world wars. That tells you how old I must be.
You're as old as you feel.
Oh God, I hope not.
Aren't you feeling well?
You shouldn't burden your pretty little head with the dark thoughts of an old man, my dear.
Bueno, ha preguntado por su... que si fue un héroe, que si es verdad que fue un héroe de guerra, y dice que sí, en las 2 guerras. Y bueno, pero que ya está mayor y eso, que se siente mayor.
If you don't feel well, maybe you should take it easy.
I'm afraid if I take it easy, it'll kill me.
You seem to be a pessimist.
Fatty liver, asthma, gallstones, jaundice, gout, shingles, hemorrhoids, varicose veins, circulatory trouble, knee problems, pulmonary embolism,
Joder, está hecho una mierda.
migraine, neuralgia, tinnitus, rheumatism, pleurisy, thrombosis, and constipation. Those are what's been diagnosed so far. My body is a curse.
Oh, I didn't mean to... I'm sorry.
Forgive an old man. I didn't mean to shock you.
Vale, dice que si se siente mal, que tal vez debería tomárselo con calma. Dice que teme que si se lo toma con calma, que eso le matará. Y que vamos, que tiene tropecientas mil enfermedades diagnosticadas.
You're still the captain of this beautiful ship.
They couldn't just get rid of me, so they stuck me somewhere where I can't make travel anymore.
Don't say that.
This ship ran fine without me. The crew knows what to do. They don't need me. They don't want me.
Captain!
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm burdening you with all of this. Forgive me, eh? I'd like to rest for a while. Soon enough it'll be time to head back to the coal face, eh?
Vale, dice eso, que la tía le ha dicho que todavía es el capitán de este barco y el otro ha dicho que la tripulación no le necesita ni le quiere, que vamos, que se arreglan bien sin él. Y ha dicho que no sé por qué está tan pesimista, que bueno.
Captain DeConti?
Yes?
Vale, a ver si me dice algo de esto.
Do you know Nefertiti?
Is she a Greek queen?
Me da que de Nefertiti no me va a decir mucho.
Never mind.
Me preguntó que si fue una diosa griega o una reina griega.
Guernica, does that mean anything to you?
Not a harbor that I've ever docked at.
Oh, that's too bad.
Le pregunto por el Guernica y ha dicho que es un puerto en el que nunca ha estado.
Do you have any idea what the monogram AD might stand for?
AD. There was an Admiral de la Celle in the Navy who always signed AD because he didn't want anyone to know that his first name was...
Oh, it couldn't have anything to do with him.
Well, no. I have no idea then.
Vale, ha dicho... De lo de AD tampoco nos puede ayudar. Dice que había un almirante que tenía esas iniciales, pero vamos, que no tiene nada que ver. Con esto seguramente sí pueda ayudarme porque es italiano. El Buonarroti este.
Buonarroti. That sounds Italian, doesn't it?
Ha! You can say that again. Buonarroti is the name of the greatest artist of all time. Michelangelo Buonarroti, who most people only know by his first name. Just imagine, one man, an Italian, achieves perfection in all three movements of graphic arts. His David is the most famous statue in the world. As an architect, he was a genius. He built parts of St. Peter's Basilica.
And as a painter, Michelangelo painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
The creation of Adam. The spark of life leaps from God to Adam. One of the most famous paintings in the world.
Yes, it is. The Sistine Chapel, Apostolic Palace, Vatican City. I don't know any animals associated with them.
Animals?
Oh, it's a game I used to play. My father posed me a riddle, and I have to guess an animal.
And Buonarroti's Adam was the hint? Maybe he meant Rome. According to legend, the founders of the city, Romulus and Remus, were raised by a she-wolf.
No, that's too vague. Does Vatican City have an animal on its coat of arms?
No.
And the Pope?
Every pope has his own emblem, but the new one doesn't have an animal.
You don't seem to like the new Pope.
It's too early to say. But who's fit to hold a candle to John the 23rd? Il Papa Buono, as we used to call him. The good Pope.
He just died recently. What was his heraldic animal?
He was a lion, and so was his heraldic animal.
For a Catholic, Buonarroti's Adam could be a mnemonic for the lion. Pope John XXIII was elected in the Sistine Chapel like every other pope. A work of art hints at a coat of arms with a lion on it. Maybe. I'll make a note of lion. I'm gonna go have a look around.
All right.
Vale, pues lo hemos preguntado por lo de Buonarroti y dice eso, que es Michelangelo. Y eso, que le he preguntado que si sabe que el animal podría estar asociado a él, y ha dicho que lo de Buonarroti, sí, Buonarroti Adam es la pista que podría referirse a Roma. Dicho que Rómulo y Remo, los fundadores de Roma, fueron criados por un lobo, y ha dicho que eso era muy vago, que le ha preguntado que si Roma tiene algún animal en su escudo, el papa, y ha dicho que el último papa pues que tiene el escudo de un león, y ha apuntado esa pista, lo de león. Así que en teoría un animal ya lo tengo.
The lady is not a fan of shallow. I shouldn't talk to her unless.
Vale, no puedo hablar a la anciana, tampoco me es de mucha ayuda, o sea que tampoco me voy a molestar. Bueno, pues ya tengo uno.
It seems like Dr. Gebhardt was able to wrestle himself away from his work, but he still doesn't seem to be very relaxed. Quite the opposite. And why won't he go to the saloon?
Vale, dice que eso, que parece que el doctor ha conseguido librarse de su trabajo un poco, pero que no parece muy calmado, que más bien parece lo contrario. A ver si este me ayuda con alguna palabra.
Dr. Gebhardt! part? Getting some fresh air?
Oh, you could say that.
I was talking to the captain. He didn't look well. Is he sick?
I am sure you will understand that I cannot discuss the medical history of one of my patients with you.
Why? Do you think I'm too stupid?
I didn't mean that. It is a matter of confidentiality.
I asked whether the captain is ill and you called him one of my patients. Haven't you already answered my question?
What do you want?
Vale, ha preguntado sobre el capitán, que eso que parece un poco... que si tiene alguna patología y el otro le ha dicho que no le puede decir. Nada, vamos. Bueno, a ver si eso sí me ayuda con algo de esto.
Egyptian queen Nefertiti?
Yes. There is a famous bust of her.
Really? Tell me more.
No, I am sorry. I do not have time for that.
Vale, hemos preguntado de Nefertiti y ha dicho que hay un busto muy famoso de ella que le cuente más y ha dicho que no tiene tiempo. No creo que me vaya a ayudar mucho.
Now listen, young lady, I do not know what they told you, but just because I am German, I am not responsible for the crimes of my government.
Crimes? What are you talking about?
We obeyed orders, just like everybody else. Now leave me alone.
Vale, dice que no sé quién le ha dicho algo, pero solo porque sea alemán no tiene que ver. Se la pregunta por el Guernica y ha dicho que no sé quién le ha dicho algo, pero que solo porque sea alemán que no tiene que ver con todo lo que hizo su gobierno y eso, que él solo cumplía órdenes y no sé cuántos.
Do you know what the monogram AD stands
Y ha dicho
for?
que no ha dicho nada más.
A capital A with a small d below it.
Yes, I do. Will you leave me alone if I tell you what it means?
You know.
It is not just any monogram. It is the first. Albrecht Dürer, a German artist, signed all his works with it. He was the first artist to sign all of his work with a monogram. It was not common to do so before then.
Are you sure?
His wooden engravings were, and still are, printed billions of times in Germany.
Billions of times? You're exaggerating.
Not at all. His work appears on German marks.
And what?
That's enough. I told you what you wanted to know. Please, leave me alone now.
Vale, ha dicho que le hemos preguntado por lo de AD. He dicho que si se lo dice que sabe lo que es, pero que si se lo dice que si le deja en paz. Y la otra ha dicho que sí. Y ha dicho que corresponden a las siglas a las iniciales de un artista alemán muy famoso que fue el primero en firmar así con iniciales. Y bueno, le ha preguntado que le diga más, pero el tío ya no quiere contar más.
Strange guy. I wonder what or who he's watching in the saloon. He seems like he's waiting for something, and he's growing more nervous by the minute.
Dice que es un tipo extraño que se pregunta a quién o a qué está mirando en el salón. Y que parece como si estuviese esperando algo y que cada minuto que pasa que está más nervioso.
Strange. I wonder what. He seems like... The silhouette of New York and of a ship.
Bueno, me ha dicho eso, las iniciales esas lo que son, pero no me ha dicho nada lo del animal asociado. Así que me lo tendrá que decir algún otro. Pero vamos, que la tía esta se supone que es una ladrona de arte y no tiene ni idea.
Adil,
In the shower.
I found the secret compartment.
Oh, brilliant. And the jewel?
I'm working on it.
Vale, le ha dicho eso, que encontró el compartimento secreto y el otro le ha preguntado por la joya y ha dicho que está trabajando en ello.
Adil,
Yes?
I almost got caught in the Baroness's cabin.
What happened?
I don't know. A man came in and I just had time to hide under the bed.
Maybe it was a steward who came to clean the cabin?
And turn on a tape recorder in the cupboard?
Huh. Maybe it was Inch. He wanted some music?
There was nothing on the tape. It was playing, but I didn't hear anything. Something is rotten here.
Don't bother your pretty little head about it. Swap the eye and hurry back. I've got a surprise for you.
I don't think your surprise will really surprise me.
Vale, ha dicho que lo de casi la atrapan en el camarote de la baronesa. Y otro ha dicho que eso, que tal vez fue un camarero. Y la otra ha dicho que sí, un camarero que ha puesto una cinta y en la que no se escuchaba nada. Y bueno, ha dicho que el otro que tal vez era Inch. Y bueno, la otra ha dicho que hay algo podrido aquí. Y el otro le ha dicho, bueno, que no se preocupe, que...
The secret compartment is secured with a combination lock.
Is there any way in?
Not without leaving evidence. I need the combination.
Are there any hints?
A memory aid consisting of several works of art. There are animals on the log.
The works of art might hint at specific animals.
You don't say, genius. I've already got that far. About the combination.
Vale, ha dicho eso, que ya encontró el cierre. Ah, bueno, pues mira, pues lo del tío este, lo del AT este, al final lo ha apuntado. Porque no me da la opción de preguntarlo. Eso, le ha dicho lo de que ha encontrado el cierre y bueno, lo de que hay... La pista es esa, que hay obras de arte que están asociadas a animales.
Does Nefertiti mean anything to you?
An Egyptian queen?
That's it?
I didn't have an affair with her, if that's what you mean. She's not my type, and she's been dead for thousands of years.
Well then, I'll take your word for it.
Vale, Nefertiti no puede decirme nada.
Guernica. Sounds Spanish, doesn't it?
Yes, it's a city in the Basque region.
Does it have a heraldic animal? Or maybe the region has one?
I don't know. I've never been there. I just know it because the city was bombed by the Nazis during the Spanish Civil War.
Nazis? In the Spanish Civil War?
Well, not officially, of course. At the request of General Franco, his friends from Germany reduced a defenseless city to ashes and rubble. Picasso immortalized the bombing in his famous painting.
Really? Is it on display in Spain?
Silly. As long as Franco is in charge, he won't allow that.
Where is it?
Oh, no idea. Paris, maybe? Picasso lived there for a long time.
Maybe doesn't help me much. I'll be going. Don't waste all the hot water.
Never.
Vale, ha dicho eso, que hemos preguntado por Guernica y bueno, nos ha contado la historia, que es eso, una ciudad que, bueno, eso ya lo sabía yo y cualquiera lo sabe, vamos, que eso, que bombardearon durante la guerra civil española a los alemanes y bueno, dice, le ha preguntado que dónde está, que Picasso eso, pintó un cuadro muy famoso y le he preguntado que dónde está y el otro ha dicho que cree que en París.
I'll humor the king of long showers. I don't know what I'd ask him anyway.
Vale, que no sabe qué puede preguntarle. Y a mí se me acaba la gente a la que le puedo preguntar.
Dr.
Yes?
Vale, le puedo preguntar por Picasso.
Have you ever heard of a Picasso?
That's enough. I am saying this as politely as I can. Please leave me alone now. We can discuss these unimportant things tomorrow, if it is really necessary.
I ought to be going.
Thank God.
Vale, le pregunto por Picasso. Y eso, dice que por última vez que no quiere hablar más, que pueden hablar de esas cosas mañana. Bueno, he bajado aquí.
The doctor is upstairs. He probably locked the door. Yes.
Vale, que ha cerrado la puerta. Igual, no sé, en estas revistas dicen algo. Había muchas revistas, igual hay alguno de arte y puede ver algo ahí.
Maybe the art magazine will help me with the symbols. Indeed. An article about the different works of art and how they survived the Second World War. And there's also a picture of the bust of Nefertiti. The unique Egyptian work of art was 1913. Permission to export to Germany. Second World War. Safe at the Reich Bank. Then a bunker. And then a salt mine. Prevented from shipping the bust to the United States. Back in Berlin since 1956. Very glad. Blah, blah, blah. Soon in the Egyptian Museum of Berlin, and hopefully someday in a reunified Berlin on the Museum Island. Okay, so the bust of Nefertiti is located in Berlin. And which animal is on the city's coat of arms? The Berlin bear. I just need one more animal.
Vale, dice eso que... Sale una foto de lo de el busto de Nefertiti y hay un artículo pues eso que habla de dónde está y pone que está en el Museo de Berlín y el escudo de armas de Berlín es un oso, o sea que le queda ya solo un animal más.
Berlin bear. That works.
Vale, por aquí no creo que pueda hacer nada más. Bueno, pues voy a volver al salón a hablar con la condesa. Bueno, con la condesa no, con la Jessica Fletcher esa y el capitán, a ver si me dicen algo. El capitán no creo que me diga nada. Ey, ey. Joder. Qué desastre de controles tiene este juego. ¿Qué es eso? Quieres resaltar una opción y el muñeco se mueve y te resalta otra. Justo cuando le das. Y además es que no puedes anularlo ni nada.
Strange. He seemed...
Vale, con este tío no puedo hablar nada más.
Lady Westmacott?
Yes.
It must be exciting to meet all the world's famous and powerful people.
I stay away as far as possible from high society. Too shallow. Too boring.
But some of them must be exciting. Have you ever met Picasso?
They told him he's a genius so often that he actually started to believe it himself.
But his paintings are impressive. Guernica, for example.
Well, it certainly is big. I have to give him that.
Didn't he have to flee from Spain?
Yes, from the fascists, but not just him. Many of his paintings as well. If I remember correctly, Guernica is currently on display in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. He bequeathed it to a future Spanish republic.
And until then it stays in New York?
Yes. It's been there for years now.
Le he preguntado por Picasso y ha dicho que bueno, eso, que sí lo conoce, y ha dicho que le han llamado tantas veces genio que hasta se lo está empezando a creer. Y eso, que ha dicho, pero tiene muchas obras de arte, como por ejemplo el Guernica. Y la otra le ha dicho que ahora mismo está en Nueva York, lo tiene en Nueva York.
Have you ever been to New York?
For the love of God, what would I do there? We have the original York in England. That's quite enough for me.
So, you don't know the heraldic animal of New York?
No, probably an eagle. It's all eagles over there.
Vale, le hemos preguntado por el animal de Nueva York, si sabe algo de Nueva York, y que cuál es el animal de Nueva York, el del escudo de Nueva York. Y ha dicho que probablemente será un águila, que eso está lleno de águilas.
Are you interested in art?
Not really. I'm more interested in real life, in people.
So, you don't know Albrecht Dürer?
Just because I'm not interested in art doesn't mean that I'm ignorant.
What can you tell me about him?
Books, my dear, books. In them, you'll find the answers to all your questions, even the most foolish ones.
I bet you don't know anything about him, and you just want to cover it up.
Ah, you want to appeal to my honor. Too obvious, I'm afraid.
May I take my leave?
You may.
Le ha dicho que si sabes algo de eso, del otro pintor, el ADS, y ha dicho que, bueno, le ha dicho que sí le gusta el arte, y la otra ha dicho que no, pero que prefiere la vida real, y la otra le ha dicho entonces no sabrás nada de eso, del pintor ese, y ha dicho que no le interese el arte no significa que sea una ignorante. Y la otra le ha preguntado si le puede decir algo, y la otra le ha dicho lo de que busquen los libros, que allí encontrará las respuestas hasta las preguntas más estúpidas. Y la otra le ha dicho que cree que solo dice porque realmente no sabe nada sobre el tío ese. Y la otra ha dicho, tratas de tocar mi honor, mi joder, ¿cómo es? Mi autoconfianza, y he dicho buen intento, pero que no cuela.
The lady is not a fan of shallow conversation.
O sea que al final tampoco me ha dicho nada, me cago en la leche. Bueno, este igual sabe cuál es el escudo de Nueva
Captain
York.
DeConti,
Yes?
an old seaman like you must surely have been to New York, right?
Aye, aye. My usual territory is the Mediterranean, but I've crossed the Atlantic many times. It's always a great moment when the Statue of Liberty appears on the horizon.
You wouldn't happen to know the heraldic animal of New York?
No. Maybe an eagle?
Vale, pues eso, que sí que conoce en Nueva York y que ha estado muchas veces, pero no sabe cuál es el animal heráldico de Nueva York, que le ha dicho tal vez un águila, igual que la otra, pero no se ha dicho nada.
Do you know Albrecht Dürer?
Yes. An artist. Not bad. But he has his weaknesses as well.
For example?
For one, he wasn't Italian.
That's a pity.
You can say that again. At least he lived in Italy for a while.
What else can you tell me about him?
I once overheard an argument on board between a German and a Spaniard about who elevated the woodcut to an art form, Albrecht Dürer or Alberto Durero. Eventually, they realized they were talking about the same man. Ha!
Albrecht Dürer is called Alberto Durero in Spain?
That's right. Don't ask me why.
I'm gonna go have a look around.
All right.
Vale. Le hemos preguntado sobre el Albert Dürer, que sé. Y ha dicho que sí que lo conoce, que es un artista, pero que tiene sus debilidades, y le ha preguntado a la otra cuál es, y dice que no era italiano, y que una vez escuchó a dos en el barco discutiendo sobre quién era Mejor eso, grabador de madera. Sí, Albert Durek o Alberto Durero. Y luego se dieron cuenta de que era la misma persona. Y eso que en España se le conoce como
I don't
Alberto
know
Durero.
why, but people just seem to open up to me. Is that a blessing or a curse? It must be horrible to look back bitterly at the end of one's life, especially if it could have been a great life.
Bueno, que dice que no sabe por qué, pero que la gente se abre allá. Y que no sé si es una bendición o una maldición. Vale.
I'll leave him alone with his thoughts.
Pero vamos, que la anciana mucho no se abre a ella. Yo creo que eso, que sabe que es una petarda esta, que es una lagarta y le tiene enfilada, porque la anciana es muy buena juzgando a la gente. Y bueno, le ha visto el plumero, y por eso es tan seca así con ella.
The lady is not a fan of shallow conversation. I shouldn't...
Sabe eso, que intuye que oculta algo, me parece. Bueno, voy a salir por aquí a ver si hay alguien más. Con estos no puedo decir nada más, a ver si hay alguno que me dice algo.